Hello guys, this is my Dark Magician deck profile, and at my locals it went from 2, 2, and 1 draw, and most of the people at my locals play with meta deck cards like Evenly Match and stuff like that, branded and stuff. So I think it did pretty well for not for its build, and I'm going to show you what I run in it. We are going to be playing one copy of Dark Magician, not playing 2 Dark Magicians. There's no need for more than 2. 2 is already, 3 is bricky, 2 is just fine. Then we are going to add 1 Dark Magician Girl for a Soul Serving draw, and she can be good for discarding. 1 Red S Black Dragon for Red S of Dark Dragoon. 1 Tamash United Dragon. I don't think it's necessary to run more than just 1 because he can easily be countered. They can Effect Veiler him, which they'll probably go with Rod, or they can, instead of Effect Veiling him, they could Ghost Ogre him, and then you can't go for Dragonite to protect your back row. The 3 normal summons, the best normal summon in the deck, and the only normal summon in the deck, Rod, grabs spell that has Dark Magician in its text, and then 3 souls, Magician Souls, good for sending Dark Magician Girl into the grave so you don't have to draw them. Then 2 Illusion of Chaos. We only need 2. 3 is too bricky because we're already running Preparites. 3 Secret List of Spellcasters. I think this is really good because it locks your opponent out on using spells. That really is good for the branded because branded needs spells. Basically, if you lock your opponent out with out of using a spell, which most decks rely on, that I'm aware of, you can win the game with Dragoon as well. It also protects Dragoon from Forbidden Droplet, Super Poly, and Dark Linamar, which is Salvation because it basically searches the Eternal Souls, making it 2 Eternal Souls in this deck, basically. Magic Last Fusion, 1 Magic Last Fusion for the extra Dragoon, because I think you can make Dragoon engraved just in case something happens to your first copy. 1 Secrets of Dark Magic. 3 Red Ice Fusion to get the best card out on the deck, out of your extra deck, the best card out of your extra deck, so good, I don't think there's a better card in your extra deck than Red Ice Dark Dragoon. There might be, but I highly doubt it. 2 Preparites. You can do 3, I like to use 2, so it's just running 4, even then you can use Soul Sermon to search for it. I like to use 3 Super Polys. This is really good because let's say you draw let's say you have Dark Magician on your hand, your opponent's got a board, you can already use that to get rid of their board to an extent. Then we're going to use the best Dark Magician theme card, the best Dark Magician card support, I would say, because Soul Servant allows you to draw for Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. So it's already, if you have the correct setup, this can be a pot of greed. So not only do you stack, but then you can draw 2. You're basically giving yourself card advantage. It's really good. 1 Dark Magical Circle. I feel like you only need to run 1 because it's really recyclable with Soul Servant, and I think it's banished so well. I actually earlier today at the tournament, I actually had my Eternal Souls and Circles both banished, but I was still able to play around it because I was still able to use Magician Souls, and Magician Soul was able to get Dragonite back out on the field because he's considered Dark Magician, and I was also able to fuse his monster and my Rod for Starving Venom, and then I was also able to go in and I was able to attack for game. So there are different ways that you can deal with it if you do lose your Eternal Souls or Circle. 1 Upstart, because Upstart's really good in this deck. Upstart basically allows you to draw 1, gain 1,000. Opponents usually won't ash that because they want the extra 1,000. 1 Terraforming. I think we only need 1 Terraforming for Secret Village spellcasters, or 1 Mystic Mine. We only need really 1 Mystic Mine because this deck, while it's not really going to be playing Mystic Mine. I'll show you in a bit why. But we really just use Mystic Mine, or you can play it if you want, but we really just use Mystic Mine for the set rotation to give it to our opponent, and then we give ourselves Secret Village Spellcasters. Now for the trap cards, I use one Eternal Souls. Again, the same reasoning. It's really recyclable, and with Soul Servant, and I feel like it was better to cut the other one and the other circle for more space in the deck. I like to use 3 Solemn Strikes because it's just really good. 3 Solemn Strikes negate your opponent's effects, negate like their monster effects, negate a summon, a special summon, and you can even negate Ash Blossom. So you can get your red eyes. Let's say you want to build a board, get Rod, get Souls, boom, boom, boom. Get Illusion Counselor for Timaeus, get Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, Eternal Souls Protects, because I'm assuming you search for salvation, and then you can even go for it. Pass turn, draw. Doesn't matter what you draw. Play Red Eyes Fusion. Have this set. Boom. Solemn Strike. Ash Blossom. The Ash Blossom will be negated, and you get your Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. 2 skill drains. I would run 3, but I feel like 2 is good already for this deck. And 1 Metaverse. I feel like it's really good. And because you can just, activate this on their turn while you have Dragoon or Dragon Knight and Dark Magician with Eternal Souls. I actually had an opponent try to activate Super Poly on my Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, and my Dark Magician. But Eternal Souls was protecting them, so he couldn't do it. And then we had a revert game state. And then I used this to get Secret Village Spellcasters. He couldn't use spell cards anymore, and then he had a scoop, and then we went to game 3. Now for the extra deck card, we'll go with 1 Artemis, the Majestic Moon Maiden. We use her for Recycling Rod. We'll go with 1 Relinquished Anima. It can help you with going second. 1 Selene Queen, Master of Magicians. 1 Drake Dark Charmian the Gloomy. 1 Access Code Talker. And Drake can help you go into Selene, which then can help you go into Access. 1 Ebon Illusion Magician. 1 number 11 Bigga. I would substitute him with Zeus, but I don't have Zeus. 1 Mud Draggedy of the Swamp. Super Poly target. I would recommend switching him out for Garud, but I didn't have Garud. 1 Secrets of the Dark Magicians. You'll probably barely get this card out. It's probably because it's not called DM. If it was, then we'd probably see more. Play 1 Starving Venom Dragon. 1 Predator Conjura. 2 Red Eyes of Dark Dragoons. 1 Master of Chaos. And then 1 Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight is pretty standard. He's going to help protect your back row and Eternal Souls, which Eternal Souls will help protect him. And for the side deck, I'd run cards like Solemn Judgment. There can only be 1 Nibiru. You can, give them the token, use Relinquished Anima to get that attack. Dark Rolinamore, Ash Blossom, Joining Spring, Harp Feathers, or Princess Illusion, Torrential Tribute, and 1 Dark Magic Attack because it's searchable. Honestly, there's a lot of things you can add into the side deck. I just don't have appropriate responses to that because, money. But now we will get into the test hands. Alright, let's say you're going first. This is your hand. Ooh, that's a pretty good hand. Rod effect. Grab Soul Servant. Soul Servant. Add to hand, Souls. Souls is going to dump Dark Magician to special summon Dark Magician. I don't know why I'm shuffling. Boom, boom, boom. Then you're going to play Illusion of Chaos. Illusion of Chaos will search for Timaeus. then you're going to place Skildred on top. Honestly, you can play through Skildred. I just would rather have that to keep the Illusion of Chaos, but you could honestly put Illusion of Chaos on top. But the reason why we didn't do that was for Soul Servant to then stack Salvation. And then you're going to banish Soul Servant and draw Salvation. Play Salvation. Set Eternal Souls directly from your deck. And now you can do this two ways. Now you can either send, well, you're going to do this. You're going to send that. You're going to send Salvation, summon Timaeus, and then you got two options. You can fuse with Red Ice Black Dragon and Dark Magician, assuming that that's how you got it, but that's a good hand. And then you can make Red Ice of Dark Dragoon on first turn. And then link away, obviously, for Artemis. Or you can make Dragon Knight instead, and then when you recycle Rod with Eternal Souls, and you can protect your back row, then you could honestly bring back Timaeus, because, you know, you made him with Dragon Knight. Bring back Timaeus with Soul Servant, stack him, banish, draw one. Then you can make Dragoon next turn, because assuming that Red Ice Black Dragon is still in your hand. So those are the two ways you can go about that. But regardless, if you go this way, you'll get a 3k beat stick with 1 negate, with Illusion of Chaos. You'll recycle Rod, and if you get rid of Illusion of Chaos, you can always just search for another one with Soul Servant or Purple Rice. But that's the thing. That's pretty much it, because with this route, you get a 28 beat stick, and you get a 3000 beat stick with Omni Negate. Let's go for a second test hand, and this time, we're going to act like you are going second. Alright, let's see, you're going second this time. 1, 2... Draw for your turn. Alright, now, you can, depending on your situation, set rotation, give yourself Mystic Mind, give them Secret Village to spellcasters if they have more monsters than you, or you can give yourself Secret Village to spellcasters. If you search for, Rod, so Illusion of Chaos. Go for Rod, or you can go for Souls. Because, if you go for Souls, you can get a DM. And then, depending what their depending what they got, if you go for, Magician Souls, like, let's say they have Fallen Albas, or, some type of dragon, then you can, super probably get Dragon Knight or Dragoon. Most likely Dragoon, because you can get Dragon Knight later. Get it around, add it to hand, place a card on top, place Secret Village, spellcasters on top. Honestly, you can go Super Poly, discard a card, and then, fuse, or you can just do set rotation, since you're going second, get Mystic Mind, and stall out for game. Yep. But, that was a terrible hand. Not terrible in the sense of, like, oh, you can't do anything, but, like, terrible in the sense of, like, there's not really much you can do, like, that's a situation where, like, if they have a dragon-type monster, like, if they have a dragon, you could go for Souls in the Super Poly, then play set rotation, give them Mystic Mind, play Secret Village, spellcasters, you can play Skildred, and then you just got a 3k beat stick, and recycle, Rod, because I'm still going to search for Rod, then you can recycle, no you can't, because you're going for Souls. Let's go with another test stand. Okay, you're going first, right? Oh, but you're going first. Red Ash Fusion, get Dragoon, just in case, let's say it goes through, right? So you're going to obviously dump Dark Magician, Red Ash Black Dragon. Alright. Get Dragoon. I mean, I don't really like getting Dragoon on first turn because they can just out him on their turn. But then go Soul Servant stacks, go Salvation. Actually, yeah, go Salvation. Yep, stack. Hit it with Dark Magical Circle. Add it to hand. Play it. Get your Eternal Souls. And then basically when you bring your Dark Magician back, you'll have a banish effect. Then you go Soul Servant again. And you can send, and you can grab Souls. No, you can grab Illusion of Chaos, banish, draw it, then grab Souls. Draw it. You have 2 of them, so next turn, then you can even go Souls, grab Magician's Souls. Illusion of Chaos, grab Souls. Then place a card on top. Honestly, you could, get Secret Village Spellcasters, lock them out with Terraforming, or you can go Souls, dump for dump Dark Magician Girl and that special summon it because it's optional. And then if you do that, next turn, during their turn, you can banish a card they control, and then if you want, you can basically bring out a defense because she's basically used. So we're not going to really summon her that often, but basically use her as a shield. Get your Dark Magician out, get a banish, wait for next turn. They destroy your monster right there. Obviously, they're gone. Right, you can bring them back though. Banish, pop him, win him for game right there.